Evening from Tarkio, Missouri. We have a Missouri District 4 quarterfinal matchup tonight between the East Atchison Wolves as they host the Rockport Blue Jays. I am Ethan Hewitt here alongside with Luke Cox. We'll have the call for you tonight. And Luke, you look at these two teams on the stats. It may not be as quite different. Rockport coming into this one 6-3, East Atchison 8-1. You like the last time these two teams played each other. East Atchison dominated in a 48-0 victory cutoff at halftime. I know you were talking down there talking with Coach Aaron Barons a little bit. What are some of the keys that you're looking for East Atchison in this one?
I think for East Atchison, they got to come out and build off of the win that they had against Rockport a few weeks ago. I think it's going to come down to Caden Merriweather running the ball, staying on top of them, and then from defensive side, making sure that they know where Makings and Heron is at all times to be able to stop their run and force them into a pass.
Certainly right now East Atchison outscoring opponents by 38 points a game so far, over almost 47 points a game they're averaging offensively, and holding teams to just under 10 points a game. So really it's been dominant on both sides for East Atchison so far this year. As you mentioned, Caleb Merriweather, 1,000-yard rusher, also has 25 touchdowns on the year. That puts him up there, definitely Missouri 8-man. And then on the Rockport side, they are coming off a win last week or a couple weeks ago over Mountain City. So a little bit of momentum for them potentially coming to this one.
Yeah, they had some momentum coming in. The Rockport Blue Jays do have some starters out tonight due to different health reasons. So we'll see, especially on the offensive line, we'll see how that plays into it as the game progresses.
Certainly East Atchison, the team that's able to get the quarterback. However, we did talk, and our Talking with Tom segment this week, we did get a chance to sit down and talk with Rockport head coach Dalton Jones for a little bit, so we'll have that coming up here in just a moment for you. Just a fun stat to pull out. East Atchison really just to show how dominant they've been. A few weeks ago now at Stanbury, big side game they had a chance to be at. They come out last second 48-42 over them. They had 5 interceptions in that game. So this is definitely a team that can force turnovers, and as you mentioned, obviously they have a really powerful offense as well.
Yeah, I think the other piece of East Atchison that maybe goes unnoticed on how well they do on open field tackling, which is key, and especially in 8-man where there is no third level, there is no safeties involved. So open field tackling at this level is vital to team success.
Certainly, once again, you can hear it here with Luke Cox. We have the call for you for these East Atchison Wolves hosting the Rockport Blue Jays. Here's Tom Moore talking with Rockport Blue Jays head coach Dalton Jones.
Tom Moore talking with Dalton Jones, head coach of the Rockport Blue Jays. And Dalton, you're in the postseason, and it's an exciting time of year.
Yeah, it is an exciting time of year. Anytime you get through the regular season, get a chance to play a tough team in the playoffs where your season's on the line. Yeah, it's really exciting. Kind of nerve-wracking at times too, but it is an exciting time of year.
Coaches never get nervous.
Oh yeah, no, never. He says with as sarcastic as I can. Yeah, no, we're it's a fun time. I mean, it's fun kind of nervous. It's a fun kind of experience in the playoffs. So.
What extra are you doing preparation-wise this time of year?
We just what we just try to do is we just try to, build off of any mistakes that we've made all year, make a few changes right now. Last week we got a bye week, so that gave us a little bit more time to recoup. So that was really nice to take some off. And then this week we got to ramp it back up a little bit. But we try not to do much different than what we normally do, try to keep it as normal as possible, but just really focus on the things that maybe we haven't been able to spend as much time on, such as just basic fundamentals. Because maybe we get sidetracked every once in a while and start focusing on the game at hand, and then now we have 2 weeks to prepare for that. So we use that time. Okay, here's what we need to fix, and here's why we need to fix it. I think that's helped us here in the last week.
6-3 makes it, and in the playoffs makes it easier to deal with focus, but focus is always an issue.
Yeah, especially for some high school kids, folks. You give them a couple days off too. I was wondering if when we came back, if people would even remember how to run the plays, but they did. So no, I think they're focused on the task, and especially when you play when you're playing a cross county rival. I think they're focused on trying to improve on the last time we played against them and do the right things and keep our season alive.
East Atchison, that close rival to the east, they're 8-1. You've beat a team that beat them. They beat a team that beat you, and in fact, they beat you. And let's go to the middle of the season, because you lost 2 right in there. Bad losses. 2 bad losses right in the middle of the season. What was the reason for that, and how have you recouped?
Well, I think the reason is well, first, I mean, those 2 teams are really good football teams. I mean, they're well coached and they're very talented. They're very athletic football teams. I think for us it was a mindset thing. I think just knowing how you come off of a loss against East Atchison. That was a pretty tough physical game. We got a couple guys hurt in that game, and then you got to go down to King City, who's another really good football team. I think we just maybe a little bit shocked, a little bit drained in that game to even have the right mindset in to go in and win. And I think what's helped us is we've had 3 really, really good games in a row. I mean, one that resulted in a loss, but we played as well as we played all year. And then the next week we topped it by winning and on the last play. So I think that right there has given us a boost in our confidence and a boost in our mindset to potentially to feel good going into this game, I would say.
You look at the stats between you and East Atchison, and they're very similar. You're run focused first, and then throw the ball off of that, or throw the ball on third down when you're behind the chains, but run first.
Yeah. We try to be a runner, although weirdly enough, I've done probably more this year than I have in the last 2 years that I was coaching. So we do like to run the ball first. We like to establish that run, and gosh, if we can do that, that'd be great. But they do the same thing, like you said. And, gosh, it's tough to stop teams like that. I mean, you really have to play well, and it becomes physical games, and that takes a lot out of your guys. So I'm super excited for that challenge, that to see what we can do against them again. Now that we've done that over the last 3 weeks, see what kind of game plan they come out in, and hopefully do a little bit better.
Weather doesn't look like it's going to be an issue, boy. And we've had weather here the last 2-3 weeks, but that run game and weather is always important.
Yeah, well, this time that's what you want is and it's cold and the football kind of hardens up a little bit. You want to be able to run the ball and at least in my mind you do. I mean, some other coaches may say no, you still need to pass the ball and want to stick to the pass, but I want to run the ball. And that's what, like you said, weather's supposed to be nice, but man, it's starting to get cold out here, especially at night. So if we can go over there, I should say, and establish a run and play some physical football like we have here in the last couple of weeks, I feel good going into it.
They have a 1,000-yard rusher. How do you stop him?
Well, you just got. We got to tackle. We just got to be physical. Just try to match his physicality. He runs the ball so hard. We can match that and get the ball, get off blocks, and get to the ball. I think we can't stop him. We have to be physical. We have to match physicality and be the hammer, not the nail.
You've had a lot of guys with a number of yards. I think you've got 4 or 5 guys with over 250 yards rushing. Is that diversity going to be a benefit to you as opposed to their one-man, 1,000-yard rusher?
I hope so. It's kind of been a necessity thing. We've had to rotate several guys in there just because of injury, but I'll be darned if it hasn't worked out for us because we can spread the ball out several times. But no, I think it's an advantage for us because we do just have so many guys out there we can get the ball to, and you wouldn't have a guy like him. You have one guy that can rush for 1,000 yards. We have 4 that can rush for 300-400 yards. It certainly is an advantage, but he's such a tough runner. He might play like 2 of our guys too. So I don't know. I don't know if that's an advantage or not, really. But
is that 48-0 on the guys' mindset right now?
Oh, it has to be. It has to be. That was our homecoming. That was on our home field, and now you got a chance to earn a little bit of respect going into this one. And your season's on the line too, so it's a lot different. It has to be on your mind when you play, especially you're playing your rival. But now you get a chance to potentially avenge that and earn respect and keep your season alive.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, hey, thank you, appreciate it.
Line is where they'll set up shop offensively, and we'll see Micah Makings in this offense come out onto the field for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it'll be a good spot here to see how each team reacts to each other, especially up front, where the big defensive line of East Atchison here against the offense.
Just a few seconds in now. Makings in the gun. Has one running back to his left, 2 receivers out to his right. Takes a snap, rolling out to his left under heavy pressure. Leaders is the first one there, and it's going to be a first sack for the East Atchison Wolves. A whole bunch of guys get in there. Austin Sleater, Josh Smith in there as well.
That was a great rush right off the defensive end there by Aaron Sleater. Slowed him down long enough for the rest of the Wolves to get there for the tackle.
Certainly going to be something to watch is that really get after the quarterback. Well, they have a great trio out there. Charlie Lutherberry, Schluter, as we mentioned, and Smith as well, that really get after the quarterback for them. As it is now 2nd and 15, it looks like about a loss of 5 yards on that sack. Makings comes out of the gun once again. Philip Huron to his right. One-man motion coming across. He's going to hand it off to him. Looking for something up the middle there. The Wolves are right there on it. Gain of about a yard, if that. Merriweather, the one on the snap for the Wolves.
Yeah, it looked like looked like the Blue Jays were trying to do a jet sweep, but the defensive pressure there by the defensive end forced him to cut it back inside, right where all the help was. So great job by the defensive line of East Atchison.
So they're making out 3rd and 12, gain of a few yards. Ball now at about the 19, 18-yard line for the Blue Jays. Baking's in the gun once again. Around to his left. Now motions about to his right. Looking at the flat, over the middle. Finds, nearly broken up there. Nearly a completion over there over the middle. Looking for Dakota Evans, but the Wolves there able to break it up.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to bring up a 4th and long for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays tried to spread it out, and Merriweather was right there eyeing it. Had the ball incidentally right into his hands, and he couldn't catch it.
4th down now. The Blue Jays get set to punt it away after a quick 3 and out. Punt is away, and just nearly Merriweather back deep, or Spinato was back deep to return. That was going to go out of bounds at around the 42-yard line, where the Wolves will pick up shop just into their own or into opponent territory already here for the Wolves.
Yeah, so great defensive stop there by the Wolves. Hopefully the Blue Jays figure out offensive line-wise who to make sure that they maintain blocks this next series. But now it comes down to their defense. Can they stop the Wolves to try to get that ball back?
Certainly, the Wolves averaging almost 270 yards of offense per game this year. Solid mark for them. Josh Smith leading this offense. Some quarterback, as we mentioned, we talked about Merriweather as well in the backfield. Smith is under the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap. Keeps himself, take the hand off to Merriweather. Works it to that right side. Not finding too much. Maybe a couple of inches there for Smith overworking that right side.
Yeah, the defensive line for the Blue Jays did a great job of maintaining their gap control and maintaining their assignments, and you can tell that's the 2 guys had quarterback always spying Josh Smith on that play, and when Josh pulled it out, they were able to corral him there.
Well, let's make a quick substitution. Looks like Cody Frawn coming in for Colin Headland there on the offensive line. 2nd and 10 from the Blue Jays 42. Just Smith takes the snap, pitches it to Merriweather, who's working to this near sideline, finds a little space on the outside. He's going to pick up about 7 yards before he's pushed out at the Blue Jays 30-yard line.
It was a great block by the quarterback, Josh Smith. As soon as he tossed it, he spun around and was the lead blocker on that play. Definitely opened up.
Make it 3rd and just a couple now for the Wolves. Another quick substitution for East Atchison. See Headland now coming back in for Frawn there on that offensive line.
I have a feeling those guys are going to be trading spots all night getting that play in.
Certainly. Now Smith under center once again. 3rd and 2. First drive of the game for the Wolves. Takes a snap, dropping back, looking for the pass, but he's under a lot of pressure, and he's not going to be able to get away. They pitched it up. Never mind, he pitched it up to Merriweather. Merriweather finds his space near on the sideline. He's almost makes a couple of men miss. He powers through. Touchdown, East Atchison.
Unbelievable play. Josh Smith rolls out, gets up initially, starts to fall down, and throws it up. Merriweather catches the ball and takes off to the end zone. Unbelievable.
I mean, that talk about awareness right there. If you're Josh Smith, you're getting wrapped up, able to find your guy Merriweather there, who takes it 30 yards to the house. What a play.
Absolutely. I'm sure the coach was like, oh, no, yes, great play. So I'm sure he'll still have a talk with him on the sideline about that one.
Certainly, East Atchison now getting ready for the extra point. Spinato, the one to attempt this kick. And the kick is up. And it is, it's no good. Looks like it is wide of the field goal post. It will remain 6-0. But once again, as we said, it is a quick 6-0 lead for East Atchison. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back here on KMAF 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
The days are shorter, the nights are cooler, and Market can feel. In our area, that means 2 things. It's harvest, and AgriVision equipment is ready to support you. AgriVision equipment has in-stock John Deere parts ready at all AgriVision locations. We know how costly downtime can be, as well as the importance of maximizing uptime. Just call or visit agrivision.com.
able to expose the middle of the field by Spinato just on a straight go route right up the seam, right up the hash there, and was able to outrun the defender.
Makes it 12-0 now, East Atchison. We've seen a couple of big explosive plays for them tonight, and that's how their offense has worked a lot this season. And we're seeing it here. The line for the extra point once again. Spadano has a chance to add on to his own touchdown. There's the hold. There's the kick. And it looks like that one is good. It's going to make it 13-0. Jared Spinato catches the touchdown pass from Smith and then tops it off with the extra point. We'll take another quick break here. East Atchison up 13-0. Here with just over 4 minutes left in this Missouri District 4 quarterfinal matchup.
Nutrient Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrient Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Boyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for full application and products. Nutrient Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Yeah, it's been all Wolves so far. Despite the Blue Jays having a nice little series there, get down inside the Wolves territory, it's been all Wolves.
Kick is away. Rockport fields this one at about the 10, but the Wolves are there real quick. He's going to fall back to about the 10. They might mark him at the 11-yard line. They're going to take Blue Jays take over deep in their own territory at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, he got swallowed up there by number 64, the senior for East Atchison, Aaron Schleter, on that play. So great job as a big guy breaking down and able to get a smaller offender there.
First and 10 from the 11 for the Blue Jays. As I mentioned, quick 3-and-out for them in their first possession. Had a decent drive there, put together a couple plays, but when you face 3 third downs consecutive, it's going to be tough, especially at 3rd and 12. As they come to the line now, Makings in the gun once again from their own 11. 2 receivers out to his right. He's going to motion Evans now into the formation. Hands out to Huron, who's looking for that right side, but he is met by Graves there on that edge.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver in motion to help kind of crack block the end and try to sneak around the outside. Great job by the corner there, Graves, to maintain his lane and to break down and hit Phillips or hit Heron there pretty good.
As you mentioned, Braden holds the edge, and then Bo Graves comes in and cleans up the tackle. Makes it 2nd and 7 for the Blue Jays now. Working again once, pretty deep here in their own territory. At about the 14-yard line now. As they come to the line, Makings in the gun once more. Again, 2 receivers out to his right, continue to spread the formation. Takes a snap, looking to that right side now, going deep to that right side, looking for Evans, but the coverage is there, and it's Graves. It's going to come up with interception, Braden Graves.
Great play by Braden Graves. What he's doing is he's playing corner, and he sees Rockport on a go route. He squeezes him towards the sideline, and as a result of that, he was able to make a play on that where he basically bought out, taking a basketball term and boxing him out, making that interception there.
I think it's another really short drive for the Blue Jays. Wolves still now about 3 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. They have another chance to extend their lead, already up 13-0. They take over from their own 34-yard line for the Wolves.
Yeah, this is where Blue Jays, they're running 5 front here. They've got to do a good job of maintaining their gap responsibility and wrap up on the Wolves.
Smith under center, Merriweather in the backfield. He's going to pitch it to Merriweather, working to that right side. Has a decent block up in front of him. Is going to find about 6 or 7 yards there on that right side.
Yeah, Rockport took a gamble there. They went an all-house, they call it jailhouse blitz, where they sent everybody, and still East Atchison was able to pitch it out to Merriweather just in time there on a quick sweep route, on a quick sweep run there for about 7 yards.
Make it 7 yards for the Wolves. 2nd and 3 now. Yard to gain is the 36-yard line at the 39 right now. Smith under center once more. Merriweather in the backfield. Spinato tight to the right. He's going to hand it to Merriweather. He's looking for some space up the middle there. He's going to find a couple of yards for Merriweather, making about 3rd and 1 now.
Yeah, this will be the only other third down that the Wolves have had so far this first quarter, with that basically a halfback dive there and swallowed up by the middle linebacker, number 28 for Rockport. Colton Stevens.
Holden Stevens, a big defensive contributor for this team so far this year. Smith in the gun. Now Merriweather to his right. He's going to hand it to him. Merriweather shakes off a couple of arm tackles. He's going to find a lot of space here on the near sideline. He's going to go potentially all the way. Jukes it back inside, and he's going to find the end zone. Kalen Merriweather for his second touchdown of the night.
Great job blocking by the Wolves there. Merriweather was able on that 3rd and short to go right off his left guard and then bounce it outside and let his speed and athleticism do the rest.
Well, the Wolves have done it all tonight. A little bit of a trick play, unintentional, doing it through the air, now on the ground with Merriweather once again. It is now 19-0 East Atchison as they get ready for this third extra point attempt from Spinato. Merriweather about a 39-yard run there, and the extra point is good. Spinato able to nail it through the uprights. Makes it 20-0 East Atchison over Rockport. Once again, you're listening to KMAF 99.1, clearing to Shenandoah. East Atchison up big so far in the first quarter against Rockport.
It takes a team effort to ensure a successful future. That's why Colfax Farmers Mutual Insurance of Tarkio, your local Grinnell Mutual member insurance company, and Grinnell Mutual are celebrating the accomplishments of student athletes across every sport. They recognize the dedication it takes to work and play hard. Your display of teamwork makes it easy to trust in tomorrow. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
As we mentioned, they just have great execution at all levels so far for them tonight.
Yeah, East Atchison has dominated on all three facets so far of the game. Their defense, their offense, and their special teams on this piece. This upcoming series here for Rockport is vital for them coming in. They're down 3 scores. So this series for them, they're able to get the ball crowd about the 24-yard line. So here on offense, they're really going to have to get something going and get some confidence going amongst especially on their offensive line to be able to hold them off and get some confidence through their quarterback. If you're East Atchison, you just keep pinning your ears back and going after them and keep using your athleticism.
So nice bench. 1st and 10 now for Rockport from their own 24-yard line, where they'll set up shop. Not a whole lot offensively going for them tonight so far. Still is early, though. Nonetheless, we do have to keep that in mind. It's still the first quarter, but so far it's been pretty one-sided. As Meekins in the gun, 2 receivers out to his right. Looking at that right side, he's going to a little bit of a delay quarterback draw, but the Wolves see it coming that time.
Yeah, that initial stop was made by Aaron Schleter, the left defensive end. He used his leverage. Aaron Schleter's a wrestler, so he's got great footwork, great leverage on his opponent, so he's able to get under that armpit. And he saw that Makings there was trying to do a quarterback draw, was able to stop him and then get help from the rest of the defense.
Cody Front and Josh Smith also in there on the stop. It's a loss of a couple of, make it second, maybe 11, second and 12 for the Rockport Blue Jays. Makings comes out once more in the gun as a couple of receivers out to his right, one to his left, takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking all over the place now. Schleter has heavy pressure, and Josh Smith joins them as they split the sack right there. It's another big loss for Rockport.
Yeah, that was once again great defensive pressure. Rockport may have to make some changes as far as to get some help there on those defensive ends because right now they're just wreaking havoc.
Certainly. I believe that's almost 3 sacks now that they have so far tonight. We're still just in the first quarter, under a minute and a half left to play. Still 20-0 in favor of East Atchison. As the Blue Jays now come to the line. Makings in the gun once more. Still got those 2 receivers to his right, one to his left. Are in the backfield. Motion's thrown out to the right now. And he looks back over the middle, looking for Dakota Evans. May have been tipped by Fraun over the middle. He was a little behind Evans there.
Yeah, I think Makings was trying to just get rid of that ball as quick as he could because he already had someone in his face by then. So it looked like even if he would have caught the ball, he had 2 defenders near where he was. So it was probably better for Rockport to get the clock stopped so they can get played together in time.
Make it 4th and almost 18 now for Rockport. As they look like they're most likely going to punt this one away, and they do. They get it off. This is going to sail out of bounds. So about the 36-yard line, I believe, is about where they'll mark it here. East Atchison now. We have under a minute left to play. 57 seconds left. East Atchison, how aggressive are you here if you're Coach Behrens?
Oh, I'm keeping the pedal to the metal there. You know, it's 20-0, 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter. You continue attack if you're East Atchison. Right now, if you're the Blue Jays, you're just looking for a small win. If you can get a stop here, that's going to give you some moment of confidence going into getting the ball for offense. Right now, it's all about stopping East Atchison.
The Wolves take the snap at about the 36. Rather than Merriweather finding space once again, and he is just fun finding the gaps all night long. It's about a 12-yard pickup for the senior running back.
Yeah, the Coach Behrens there, he called the exact same play that they ran that touchdown for. Except for on the left side, they went to the right side this time, and he was able to pick up that first down.
Merriweather's tied for 4th in rushing touchdowns in all of Missouri, man, right now. Certainly having a phenomenal season for him. You know, and you think about it, it's like you look at the stats sometimes, you think if this team played these full games more often, it's kind of crazy to think about how ridiculous some of these numbers would be for some of these guys.
Absolutely.
Smith under center now once again. At about the 24-yard line, takes a snap, handed off to Spinato. The tight end coming across the formation here. He's going to find some space once again on this near side, and he's going to drag him in all the way to the end zone. Jared Spinato with the touchdown for East Atchison.
Great job by the Wolves. Good play call on that one. He was able to do a wing coming through. The wing was able to do a wing trap play going from right to left, and Spinato just using his speed and athleticism to get to the corner of the pylon there, was able to hold off one of the defenders.
Spinato, second touchdown of the night for him at a receiving one, now has one on the ground, and he'll now get ready once again to put through this extra point attempt. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter now. 26-0, looking to make it 27-0. And that one is a little question. He doesn't. It's going to say 26-0. We have about 44 seconds left here. Once again, you can do it with Luke Cox here. We got the East Atchison Rockport matchup. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
Honey, where are extension cord? I need it for these lights.
There's one in the garage. It's a little beat up. It'll work.
Electrical problems cause more than 50,000 house fires every year. It pays to replace or repair damaged extension cords. And when stringing holiday lights, replace all broken bulbs.
You know, maybe we should get a new cord. Looks like the dog chewed on this one.
This holiday season, be extra bright when it comes to electricity. Stay current on safety. A message from Atchison Holt Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Turn your lights off, please. Distracting. Thank you.
Welcome back here to Tarkio, Missouri. We've got the East Atchison Rockport matchup. And East Atchison just a moment ago extended their lead 26-0. Jared Spinato on the ground. And the kickoff here, looks like there is.
Looks like it went out of bounds, and we got a flag on the play here.
Looks like it's going to, as you mentioned, they're also out of bounds, going to get a few yards back here for Rockport.
So right now they're discussing with the Rockport coach, Coach Jones, to figure out do they want to re-kick it or take it currently where it's at. And it looks like they're going to take it.
They're going to take it. It looks like they'll set up shop now. We'll see where they officially mark him here.
Be at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line for the Rockport Blue Jays. We got a little miscommunication right now, looks like, with the sideline crew right now. Ball is marked at the 25. Chain gang is a little too far down the field. They'll mark their way back down the field. Or 25 is where the Blue Jays will set up shop once more, looking to get something going. Makings in the gun once again. Receiver out to his left and his right. Around in the backfield, is going to motion us across the formation now to the right. He's going to hand it off to an Evans, looking for a little bit of space over on the left side. Unable to find it, or he's going to find a few yards there.
Yeah, it looked like Rockport came out in a different formation, went with more of a double tight look to try to help maintain that line control there and try to protect against that defensive pressure by East Atchison. So they're able to get about 4 yards on that play. So we'll see how they what they line up into this 2nd and 6 look here.
2nd and 6, as you mentioned, now for Rockport. Looks like there's a little
delay getting the play in here. I think they're going to let the clock run out.
Oh, yeah, good if I look at the game clock there occasionally. We have hit the end of the first quarter. East Atchison up 26-0 over Rockport. Ethan here with Luke Cox. We'll be back here in a bit for the second quarter of action here in this Missouri District 4 quarterfinal matchup here on KMAFM 99.1 Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Honey, where's our extension cord? I need it for these lights.
There's one in the garage. It's a little beat up, but it'll work.
Electrical problems cause more than 50,000 house fires every year. It pays to replace or repair damaged extension cords. And when stringing holiday lights, replace all broken bulbs.
You know, maybe we should get a new cord. Looks like the dog chewed on this one.
This holiday season, be extra bright when it comes to electricity. Stay current on safety. A message from Atchison Holt Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The days are short, the nights are cooler, and farmers are in the field. In our area, that means two things. It's harvest, and AgriVision equipment is ready to support you. AgriVision equipment has in-stock John Deere parts ready at all AgriVision locations. We know how costly downtime can be, as well as the importance of maximizing uptime. Just call or visit agrivision.com for the parts and John Deere certified service to get you through a safe and bountiful harvest.
Takes a snap in, the gun slips there under pressure quickly once again. It's another pack of wolves there to bring down Makins for the sack.
Yeah, they look like, I would almost consider that a coverage sack because the Wolves secondary had everyone covered tightly, and Makins wasn't able to look at his first or second read, so he had to take off. And by the time he made that decision, there was already a pack of wolves right there.
Makes it about a loss of 3 yards, about 2 yards, 3rd and 8. For the Blue Jays now. So they get set to come to the line. Makings in the gun once more. Has 2 receivers out to that right side, 1 to his left. They're going to motion Heron out to his left now. Takes the snap, and there is a flag on the play. See the call is real quick.
False start.
I call it a false start on the Blue Jays. Back them up now to about the 22-yard line. Make it 3rd and 13 now for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Jones wanted on a 3rd down play where he's trying to get some sort of momentum or something going positive for him, and then having mental mistakes like this late in the season is always tough.
Pushes them back all the way to their own 22-yard line. 3rd and 13. Got about 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. Makings in the gun. He's going to motion Heron out to his left. Takes a snap. Look at that left side. Looking for Heron. He's going to find him to connect with him this time. And it's going to be a pickup of about 14 yards.
It's good enough for first down for the Blue Jays. A great play call. Had the running back motion out and then do a flood right up the middle, and he was able to time it out just right. He ran right through the seam, and he was able to catch him on a full run there.
Brings it all the way to their own 38-yard line. Good pickup there for the Blue Jays, finding a little bit of life there offensively for the first time tonight, really.
Yeah, they had to do a great matchup where the defensive end had to try to guard him with that running back coming out. That's always tough for a defensive lineman.
Makings in the gun, takes a snap once more. Keeper this time out to the left. Now he's going to have to work back to his right, looking to the middle. But the Wolves are there once again. Lutherberry, Schluter there as well. That's another tackle. Not quite a tackle for loss, but no gain either on that one.
Yeah, that play was really swallowed up and made a difference by the quarterback, Josh Smith there at defensive end. He got enough penetration and forced Makings to go back inside where all of the rest of the Wolves were right there waiting on him.
It's going to be another 2nd and long attempt for Rockport. 2nd and 10 to be exact from their own 38-yard line. Makings in the gun once more. As there were 2 receivers to his left now, looking to that left side, finds Evans on looked like a little bit of bummer out there. It's going to be a pickup of maybe a couple of yards as the Wolves rallied quickly.
Yeah, the Wolves do such a great job of defensive pursuit where as soon as they see the ball, everybody's heading towards the ball, and so it doesn't leave one of the guys on an island to try to tackle by themselves. So great defense there, great leadership there by the Wolves and their seniors.
Makes it 3rd and 8 for the Blue Jays. His Makings makes his way back to the huddle here after getting the play call. Another 3rd down and long. They just had one. They had a nice pass connection to Hook to pick up the yardage needed. Face another 3rd and long. Makings in the gun. Motions here now to the right side now. He's looking over the middle, though, is making stuff to scramble out to his right as Josh Smith applied the heavy pressure there coming off that right side.
Yeah, he did a great job forcing him, tracing him all the way across the other side of the field there, and where it left Makings with no one to throw the ball to, and he was heading out of bounds, so he just threw it right at the ground of the closest receiver because the receiver wasn't even looking for the ball at that time.
4th and 8 now for the Blue Jays, right here at midfield. Looks like they're going to looks like they're going to go for it here.
They're going to spread it out. Yep.
2 receivers out to the left and the right. Makings in the gun backfield alone. Takes the snap, looking to the left side. Was looking there for Philip Heron. Unable to connect, though. It's going to be another second turnover on downs tonight for Rockport.
Yeah, had Makings got that ball just a smidge higher, I think Heron would have caught that, and he would have had enough momentum to get him the first down. But it just fell at his toes just a little bit. So tough break for the Blue Jays. But once again, East Atchison in really good field position to keep going here. Let's see if East Atchison's goal is probably to try not to even get to a third down at this point.
1st and 10 from midfield for the Wolves. Smith under center, Merriweather in the backfield, Spinato tight to the right side. And Smith is going to roll out to his right on the play. Actually looking for Graves, who's going to connect with him. It's going to be a nice connection there on that right side.
Yeah, great job by Josh Smith rolling out, and he had a couple flood routes going between the ends there, and he was able to get that pass in between 2 Rockport defenders, and great catch there by Braden Graves.
Graves 170 yards on the season, 4 touchdowns to his name as well. So it was actually 3rd in receiving yards in that 275 conference down here in Northwest Missouri. Solid year for him at the receiver spot. Smith in the gun now. 2 receivers out to his right, 1 to his left. Merriweather in the backfield to his right. He's going to take the snap. Fakes the handoff to Merriweather, kept it there. Stays on his feet though, and he's going to find space here now. This breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to break open there on this near side and breaks his way into the end zone. Touchdown, East Atchison.
Great play by the East Atchison's quarterback, Smith. He hits the breadbasket Merriweather, and then he's watching that defensive end. As soon as he sees that DN go after Merriweather, he pulls at the last second, stumbles a little bit right in the middle of the field, and is able to take it all the way in for the touchdown.
As you mentioned there, once again, that IQ, man, for Josh Smith is up there right now. Great read there for him, and takes it 23 yards to the end zone. As now it looks like East Atchison is going to go for 2 now. Offense stays on this field. Smith in the gun. 2 receivers out to the right. He's rolling out to the right, looking to that right side. Now throws it back to the middle and finds Braden Graves sitting right there wide open in the middle of the end zone.
Yeah, I think Smith has been watching a little too much Pat Mahomes highlight films. The first play, passing it there and then throwing across his body there. Great job.
Certainly now make it 34-0 East Atchison. We got about 8 minutes and 19 seconds left here to play in this Missouri quarterfinal matchup. Ethan here with Luke Cox on KMAF and 99.1 Clarinda Shenandoah.
The days are shorter, the nights are cooler, and farmers are in the field. Here in our area, that means 2 things. It's harvest, and AgriVision equipment is ready to support you. AgriVision equipment.
Well, welcome back to Tarkio. East Atchison now trotting out, getting ready to kick this one off after just making it 34-0. Josh Smith now getting in on the action with his feet as well. Takes it 23 yards to the house. And Braden Graves now getting ready to kick this one away.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's seen Spinato have some success. He's seen Merriweather have some success. He say, "Hey, what about me?"
Well, this one was a little bit of a squibber. Just rolled down the field on the ground. Rockport had a little bit of a trouble there to pick it up, but Heron able to follow it at about the 19-yard line. As the Rockport Blue Jays now offense tries to get back onto the field here as all night. This Wolves defense has been suffocating so far for this first quarter and almost a half now.
Yeah, right now it really starts up front for the Wolves. They've been physically dominating the offensive line for Rockport, and it's put a lot of pressure on Makings, and it's put a lot of pressure on the running back coming out of there.
1st and 10 from their own 19. Makings in the gun. It's a couple of receivers out to his right. Takes the snap now, running out to his left side, a little bit of quarterback keeper there. But the Wolves, it has just been relentless all night. Once again, coming up with the tackle for a loss. Looked like Bill Graves, but then Josh Smith was the first one there on the snap.
Yeah. Josh Smith, the defensive end, did a great job keeping his outside shoulder free and forcing the running back to go back inside. And as a result of that 50, Charlie Litherberry was able to just swallow him up.
It's a 2nd and 11 now for the Rockport Blue Jays. Been behind the line of scrimmage a lot tonight so far for them. Again, as you mentioned, that Wolves defensive line has been dominant so far tonight. Makings in the gun once again. The receiver out to his left and his right here on the backfield with him. It's a direct snap to Huron. He's going to look for some space up the middle. He's going to find a little bit there. Looked like he was following Makings there. Makings a little bit of a lead block. He's going to pick up a couple of yards there. Makes it 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, that's really been, other than a couple of pass plays for Rockport, that's really been the only positive yards they've been able to produce is taking Heron going right up the lead there right off the guard.
3rd and 7 now from their own 22. Clock ticking down to about 7 minutes left now. Here in the second quarter, East Atchison up 34-0. Makings in the gun once more. Receiver out to his left and his right. Heron in the backfield now. Nolly Morris motions him out to his right side, and he's going to look for him there. Throw is behind Philip Ron there. It's going to make it 4th down and 7 for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, with this, like we talked about earlier, this defensive line, what they're doing is they're just throwing the timing off. They're able to get there so fast that they're throwing the timing off between the quarterback and the receivers in their routes. So as a result of that, we're seeing a lot of balls going away from the players or going the opposite direction of where they're going. So it's pretty frustrating, I'm sure, for the Blue Jays.
It looks like the Blue Jays get ready to punt away for the 3rd time tonight. This one a high, short kick here. It's going to go just past midfield, bounces at 35. And the Wolves able to fall on it. Braden Graves falls on it about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, very fortunate for the Wolves. That ball was sky high, and Braden Graves did not see that ball, and it touched him, and he realized he had enough football awareness to pick the ball up and land on it real quick before the Rockport defender was able to pick it up.
Wolves set up shop now once again. It's been an explosive night for them so far. A lot of big plays, resulting scores that we've seen. Really haven't had that march down the field type of drive. It's just been they've been doing it through the air. Josh Smith breaking away on a 23-yard touchdown run. Merriweather on an almost 30-plus-yard touchdown run, and also the little handoff that we saw, or makeshift handoff that we saw between Smith and Merriweather. 1st and 10 from the 32. Speaking to Merriweather, there he is once again, finding some space over the left side. Stiff arms a man to the ground there at around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Merriweather came off the lead there, right off the guard, able to get down the field and pulled a Derrick Henry and just stiff-armed the kid, and the kid went launching about 3 yards. So you could tell Merriweather's been working really hard in the offseason in the weight room to be able to pull that one off.
Make it about a 20-yard run there for Merriweather. 1st and 10 from the opponent, from the Blue Jays' 28-yard line. Smith in the gun, 2 receivers out to his right, takes the snap, rolling out to that right side. Now looking over the middle, finds his man. It's Hedlund there over the middle. He's going to power through the defender before he's brought down at around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Hedlund did a great job of coming off the backside. Looked like Rockport was in sort of a zone. Kind of did his best Travis Kelce impression, find a soft spot in that zone, wide open, and was able to grab it and turn upfield for a nice little gain.
Just another target enough for Smith tonight. Working around, sharing the ball a lot tonight is the East Atchison Wolves. Smith now under center, make it 2nd and 1. As they're now inside the 20-yard line. Smith takes the snap, hands it off to Merriweather. He's looking for some space, and he's going to be brought short about a half a yard there. Brings it back to about the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great job by the Rockport defense to maintain their gap control, and that was brought up by Colton Stevens. He fought off his blocker and was able to find Merriweather, shoved the guy that was blocking him into Merriweather, and then he was able to tackle.
3rd and 2 now for the Wolves from the Blue Jays' 20-yard line. 3rd and 2. Smith under center takes the snap, is going to hand it off there to Sammy Lutherberry. Sammy Lutherberry on the carry, gets the 1st down. Just a little bit, just turns the hands off and is able to get those 2-3 yards that are up the middle.
Yeah, Sammy did a good job of just going right behind the center and falling forward for those 3 yards.
Lutherberry, a little bit of a lighter contributor for the Wolves so far this year, only 7 rushes, 71 yards, but he adds a few more there when it matters most. Smith in the gun now. Has two receivers out to his right. Merriweather to his right. He's going to drop back, though. Looking over the middle. Now looking to the left side. Looking for Headland there. A little bit of a dangerous throw there. Headland double coverage right there. Good coverage from Rockport.
Yeah, that was a tough throw there by Smith. He did a good job of placing it to where if his guy wasn't going to get it, it was going to be out of bounds. So so if you're going to throw that, that's the best place to throw it.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Wolves now from the Blue Jays 16-yard line. First time I believe we've seen them inside the 20 tonight.
Yeah.
Smith now comes to the line under center. Merriweather in the backfield. Has Spinato tight to the right side. He's going to fake the handoff to Merriweather and gives it to Spinato. Again, looking for that same sort of play that Spinato was able to break off a couple of times tonight, but unable to do so there. Blue Jays saw it come.
Yeah, they were ready for Spinato to come off on that trap play, and they were there waiting on him. So here it is again for the Wolves. They've got a 3rd down and about 12 here. So they haven't had a 3rd down here the last few drives. So we'll see what Coach Behrens has drawn up for them.
As you mentioned, 3rd and 12 from the Rockport 18-yard line. Just under 4.5 minutes left here. He's Atchison up 34-0, looking to extend it. We'll spread it out, but Smith is going to keep it up the middle here. Has a lot of space. He's going to collide with the ref there. He's going to be brought down short though. A few yards short. Looks like the ref is down. It looked like maybe a little bit hurt. Got rolled up on a little bit there.
Yeah, it looked like the Wolves ran a spread look 4 wide, and Smith took it right up the middle, and as he was weaving in and out of traffic there, he collided with the referee, and the referee was sandwiched, unfortunately, between him and the defender, and the referee's still down right now. Looks like he's setting up, though.
It looks like he's talking. We'll take a quick injury timeout here, and we'll be right back here. East Atchison at 34-0 over Rockport on KMAF from 99.1 Clear to Shenandoah.
Let's hear it for folks.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Purcell, and Essex, Iowa for full application
First down here, and Making is under pressure once again.
Yep.
Schluter is
Aaron
there.
Schluter. Yep.
And also is Litherbury, excuse me, they're on the sack.
Yeah, Aaron Schluter coming around the edge, forcing Makings to step up. Obviously met there by number 50, Litherbury.
The clock will now run down under 20 seconds left. East Atchison up again, 50-0 right now here in the second quarter. As Makings comes out in the gun for Rockport. As two receivers out to his right, one to his left. Takes the snap now, dropping back, looking to that left side under heavy pressure. Hit as he throws, looking for Evans. It's going to pop up. Braden Graves there to pick it off, and he's going to fumble it. Looks like a mad scramble for the ball now.
That will be the last play.
That's going to be the last play of the half. Looks like Merriweather came up with the fumble. Braden Graves picks off the tip pass, came out of the hands of Dakota Evans.
I think they might have called a game on this one.
This could be.
Yep, they just called ball game.
There it is. East Atchison gets wrapped up here in the first half. 50-0 East Atchison over Rockport. We'll take a quick break, but we will have some post-game thoughts here between myself and Luke Cox. You're listening to KMA FM 99.1, Clarendon Shenandoah. East Atchison victorious 50-0 over Rockport.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. But nothing short of the best is your standard. Talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Welcome back to Tarkia. We are just about to wrap this one up here. East Atchison victorious 50-0 over the Rockport Blue Jays. And Luke, I mean, it was just a dominant half for East Atchison.
Yeah, it was. As a coach, you're always looking at you have a strong way to you have a strong chance of winning the game if you can dominate 2 out of the 3 facets. If you can dominate either the offense, defense, or special teams, if you can dominate 2 of those 3, you're probably going to win the game. In this case, East Atchison dominated from the very beginning, straight from the kickoff, set the tone defensively from the first possession, able to make Rockport go 3 and outs, and able to go down and score again. So from the very get-go, this game was all East Atchison.
Certainly, East Atchison will move on in the playoffs. They'll face the winner of Platte Valley North. Andrew will get the result of that eventually. And for Rockport, they head home for the night. I mean, it was a dominant performance from that defensive line. What are you thinking right now if you're East Atchison? You bounce back this week, obviously, after the loss. What are you thinking moving forward right now?
I'm thinking, obviously I'm going to keep track of the North Andrew Platte Valley score, but I guess if I was a betting man right now, as Platte Valley is up right now, I would bet on playing Platte Valley, which if I'm East Atchison, I want revenge on that game. Blowing a 20-point lead, to Platte Valley. Platte Valley is very physical up front. East Atchison is very physical up front. So I'm predicting that's probably going to be the matchup.
Certainly. So Jarrett Spinato, I think at least easily, in my opinion, is probably one of the players of the night. 4 total touchdowns to his name. They just got versatility. They got so many guys on that offense that can do a lot. Yeah,
East Atchison, they are very talented from a standpoint of they've got speed, they've got their physical presence, and most importantly, football awareness. Coach Barons has had them in the offseason, having them in the weight room, and you can see the difference there. Whereas, Rockport, they're a younger group, but you can see some potential upside from Rockport, and another year of strength and conditioning for them is going to help them as well.
Certainly. Well, once again, we are wrapped up here in Turkey. East Atchison gets it at the half, 50-0 over Rockport. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm really looking forward to see how far East Atchison can go in this playoff run. I'm really hoping that we can see a rematch between Platte Valley and East Atchison next week. If you're Rockport, like I said, you're building off of this, and you're keeping this one as a reminder for next year.
So then once again, East Atchison victorious over Rockport, 50-0 in this Missouri 8-man quarterfinal. For Luke Cox at KMA Sports, I'm Ethan Hewitt signing on. Have a great night, everybody.